Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and did a video a few days ago about this WORKPRO kind of Cobra, or mini Cobra. This is sold out now, unfortunately, but we'll see. Maybe it'll come back, maybe it'll be less expensive. A few questions that came up was how high this button sticks up. I'll compare that to this plier wrench, or I can do it with this small Cobra here, which is where I'm actually going, so you can see. It's actually pretty low profile. Of course, the Knipex version does not have a button because it's a single ratchet mechanism. And some people asked about the jaws and how durable they were. I don't know, but what I'm going to do is show you this guy. This is the WORKPRO 5-inch water pump plier. It is, well, basically like a 125 Cobra right here. It sells on Amazon right now for under $12. It's a little crunchy. It's got a great big button. I've seen this kind of button on other designs. This is how they're running the spring. It's obviously much more obvious. As you can see how far this bump sticks out. The way that mechanism works is there's just that plug in there that disengages from the rows of teeth. So you can see it does stick out a lot further. That's pretty crazy on a small. It's almost doubles the width. But anyway, 12 bucks versus whatever these are selling for, which is definitely more than 12. But I'm going to do a couple of tests here. People were asking about the hardness. I don't know for sure, but what I'm going to do is I'll grab a couple of things. So I've got a HRC 65 tester here. Basically, this is just like a file. So if it scratches the jaw material, then it's less than this 65, and it certainly scratched that. Let's go down to 60. I'm starting from the top just to get some action going on here. Yep, that one's scratched. We'll get here's the 55. What do you see there? Okay, so it is between 50, it's above 55 and less than 60. So let's try it on these Knipex. I'll go ahead and try the 55 here. That's where I'm starting. Looks like it's scratching it a little. Might be, I don't know. How easy is that? It's borderline. Here is the 60. Yeah, I can feel that scratching it. So just by feel, I'm going to have to say that this, if here's the 55 on a fresh cheek there, it is not at all. I got a little bit here. This is like maybe a 54.5 or 55. This is definitely harder than 55. So in this case, the WORKPRO is actually a harder jaw, but let's have some fun. So what I've got here now is my 1/2-inch impact and the bolt. This is a grade A, or grade 8 bolt, I believe, on here. So I'm going to set this down just like that, and I'm going to grab it lightly and let it spin inside the jaws here. Oh, I should show you this. This mechanism there's some hiccups in it. It feels like there's a little bump somewhere that's causing this to catch. So down here it's smooth and up here it's smooth, but right in the middle, look at that. It doesn't slide, and I've got that button pushed all the way in. So whereas the Knipex, they're silky smooth throughout the entire range. So there's definitely a quality feel difference. Knipex, you can see, has their classic style of kind of the red dip grip. This has got a pretty overt, kind of grippy, plasticky feeling grip. Kind of more like a channel lock. This has a texture to it. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this thing. So what I'm going to do is grab this loosely and let it chew on the blades a bit. Oops, let me hold this down. a brand new pair of pliers, and I can see, probably should have showed you what it looked like before. Can't undo that. Still a little grippy. I don't know, maybe it's shaving it off of there. Matter of fact, I think it is. It's that hardness. Yeah. That did not take those teeth down, as far as I can tell. There wasn't much to it up front, but right in here. Let's try the Knipex here. Yep, that one right here, you can see we've got the edge there. Let's try this guy. Okay. Oops. Man, that grabs tighter. Yeah, it's very difficult to let this thing spin because there's something about the geometry that it just grabs as soon as there's any friction on that at all. Just grabs in there. Let's try this. Yeah, I'm not like this thing turns, but I can, if I just loosen up a little. This is, the Knipex has got a tighter grip. This might be the angle. That's the steepness right in here. Might be one of the differences. That looks steep too. I don't know. But is it worthless? Absolutely not. Is it made in China? Yes. It is a WORKPRO. Some people have had great luck with WORKPROs. Chrome vanadium steel. It is, very similar. You can see the front end. Let me close this so you can see just how tight the tolerance is there. Except for that gigantic thing. I wonder if I can pull the Knipex piece out. If it fit in there, you can buy replacements. I don't know. Should I try that? You still there? Let me grab a hold of a, let's see, what do we have? It looks like a hex. So let me grab something. See if I've got it here in this kit. Is that a hex or a Torx? Looks like it. There we go. So I've got my County Com T-handle, titanium. Should hook this up to a drill to speed it up. I'll see if I can replace the whole thing. Here we go. Oh, that's a smaller one. Smaller. I'm going to pull that out and just spin it to get it out of there. So I'll have to see if this fits. I'll do that in a second. So does this come out? Do I have to unscrew that? Hopefully I got some pliers here. Man, that's grippy there. Of course, buying the replacement, gosh, I'm really chewing the heck out of that thing. Open it up a notch. Okay, let's get this Knipex one out. Does that go through? Oh, and I've got to pop that off too. Huh. Oh no! Jeez, I just ruined them. I just broke my Knipex. Cobras, I guess I have to buy a replacement. I thought that was a screw. Oh well, go ahead and try it anyway, because you can operate them without. Okay. Wrong side. Let me flip it around. See if this is the Knipex one. If that holds it in, looks like it matches. There's the right screw. Oops. Oh man, bummed about that. Is that? Well, that's the same thread. It's getting awfully snug. So, let's see. Man, that is tight. Probably stripping that out too. Okay, so there it is. So, you can put the Knipex replaceable piece right in there and it works, and that cut down on it, in fact even more than you might think. Still has that bumpy part. Maybe I'll go in and try to fix that, and then that's what I took out, was that great big piece. Put that back in my Knipex. See if it fits. And there it is. So you can replace there. That WORKPRO one is a little bit long. Knipex is certainly not smoother. So there it is. So I just put the WORKPRO head or WORKPRO plug in the Knipex, silky smooth. Sticks out quite a bit, but if you want to hack your WORKPROs, you can get a Knipex piece. Don't break it off. Apparently it doesn't unscrew. There you go, for what that's worth. Thanks for coming along for the ride. And with that, Doc out.